Alright, if you're an independent artist, you're dropping music and you feel like you work hard on your songs, but every time there's no process in place to make sure you're getting streams from your existing audience and at least some foundation of outreach to new audience, here is a rollout process is what I do. It's nothing crazy, but it's enough to make sure that every time you release something, you're putting in the work to get some engagement from the jump and a little bit of push on your song. If you're consistent with this, you will grow. If you're not an artist, you're just curious about the process, enjoy the video. And if you're a fan of mine, you're the best. Thank you. Yeah, let's get into it. If you want to hear some of my music, my last release, it's called The Worst. The link is in the bio. Go check it out. And hopefully this song that we're talking about in this video today should be out by the time this video is out too, so I'll also link that one. Before anything gets uploaded, posted, anything like that, I need 3 things locked in. First is a master. This is my final version of the song. I don't want to be doing edits or, still not sure about certain things. I want to be happy with the song, ready for it to release, mix, master, all that. Next is the cover art. I want to have a clear visual of the song. Obviously, you're going to need those 2 things in order to upload it to distributors. And then the last is the release day video. This is a video that you're proud of, that gets a snippet of the song across and shows the personality, the vibe of the song, so that you can post this when the song is out and people can go directly from the video to the song. Alright, so here is a snippet of my new song. It's called Introspection. Like I said, should be out now when you're watching this video, so go check it out.
Maybe it's time for introspection. How you gon' teach her when you still learning your lessons? It's kinda twist the way I'm trying to get to heaven. Pessimism got a head sign. How you gon' reach them if you out of reach forever?
Next, let me show y'all my cover art for this single. Not too much explanation here. I got this like blue-green color scheme that I've been doing for my last few releases. So that's one thing that helps me, is like if I'm kind of in an era of singles or just similar vibe or something, I'll kind of keep the vibe of the cover art similar so it feels like it's part of my world. People might start recognizing the colorway or like the text if they're similar or something, and that might lead people from other songs or other videos. Obviously, if you have photographer friends, designer friends or something, those should be your first resource. There's other tools online. You can use AI tools like Midjourney or Canva. Super easy for like text stuff. Just start messing around. You want to have the cover art be eye-catching, but don't overthink it. At the end of the day, there's plenty of covers that are super low production value and they fit the song, they work, so that's the most important part. Now for the release day video. I'm gonna show y'all 2 because this one for the new song is very, very simple. I'm gonna play you it, but it's super simple, but I feel like it gives off personality for me. It's enough of the song that people get the point. Doesn't feel like I'm trying too hard with it.
Maybe it's time for introspection. How you gon' teach her when you still learning your lessons? It's kinda twist the way I'm trying to get to heaven. I was that young boy using music like protection. You say that's cabin, all I talk about my ex, huh? You think I'm lying, all I talk about my next one.
That's what I'm thinking for my release day one. We did like a handful, which is what I recommend bulk shooting as much as you can. So it'll be that or one that's very similar for that release day video. But like I said, let me show you my last one for The Worst, my last song, and this should give you a better sense of like a little bit more production going into it and it really going for the vibe that fits the cover art and everything.
Love and work, 2 things that I'm addicted to. The other hurt. My baby switch when it got difficult. I love the first. My critics always being critical, and you're the worst. My word is bond, I kept it real with you, but I'm the worst.
So both of these I made myself, just had a friend record. The one that has like more coloring and some like editing and stuff, I just did it on Final Cut. So you just gotta mess with what you have and figure out how to make it your vibe. Be creative, and eventually you'll find something that you like. After you have all of your assets ready, your master, your cover art, your release day video, you can go ahead and upload to distribution. You want to do this 2 weeks before. So do your upload dates 2 weeks from the day you're doing it. If you do like Thursday night, Friday at midnight release, then make sure it's 2 weeks or more. This is just to give time for Spotify to process it, time for as many other streaming services to process it, and it gives you time to pitch to the Spotify editorial playlist, which I'll show you later. You could be fine without doing this, but it's like, why not give it 2 weeks? If you're an independent artist, you're probably not having like too many people like waiting on the drop, like pressing you about it. So just do the 2 weeks and give yourself the best shot you can. I'm not going to go through how to upload to distributors. I use DistroKid because it's easy. I've definitely been thinking about doing a different service, but I don't know. If you guys have suggestions, comment those below. But as you can see here, I've already uploaded it. Here are my last singles, which I showed you have the similar color vibe. Literally all my releases ever are on here. So it's really simple. I could do another video just showing how to use DistroKid. If y'all want, let me know. Let me show you the Spotify editorial submission that I was just talking about and the other parts of the upload process. This is Spotify for artists. If you don't have it already, make sure you have an account. This is how you can edit your Spotify page, make sure it looks how you want. And there's a lot of like back-end stuff you can do for Spotify as an artist. You can see all your stats and stuff like that. I already did it, but when you have an upcoming release, here to music, go over to upcoming. You can see introspection released in 6 days, and there's playlist pitch right here. So you'll click that, you'll go through, you're gonna have to write like a summary of the song. You're gonna put some other artists as reference in there. You're gonna describe the song to the best of your abilities, let them know what kind of promotional plan you have for it and why this is a significant release for you based on your other songs. But I will provide an example of one of mine when I give you the full release outline in the description, so you can see one that I've done. You can kind of use it and edit it. Do this as soon as you notice that your song is on Spotify for artists on the upcoming tab. So that's that. This goes without saying, but you want as much content to go out before release, after release, in general, to promote your song. More is better. Like I said, this whole outline is just the minimum. Cover these bases. Make sure you're doing something for your song so it's not just completely passing people by, and you at least get your existing audience aware of your song. You want to drop one teaser video before the song is released. For me, I say this can be like the most casual selfie style video, literally anything you can get up there just to test a snippet of the song and see how people are liking it. For me, I would probably do like 20 or 30 before the song is released, at least on TikTok, but you want to make sure you have one at least. Next, you want to send it to wherever your closest fans are. So I have a community on Instagram, which I don't even know how to show y'all that. Anyways, I have a community on Instagram. This is like people that signed up to get message updates from me. It's not very big at all, but I always send everything there. So I'll send a pre-save link. Maybe sometimes I might send a private link so they can just listen to this song if I'm feeling like whatever, I just want people to hear it. However you want to do this, you could straight up DM people. Just make sure you're reaching out to people who are actually going to appreciate knowing that this song is dropping, getting any teaser that they can. You want to make sure you touch base with those existing fans that you know are at least somewhat engaged. Then I'll send a private link to some key contacts. So if you have any like producer friends, people that are in the music industry, anyone who, you know, might be able to make a connection for you or might care to know about your release that isn't kind of in that fan category or isn't as like casual of a message to send. So you're going to want to send to those. Finally, we make it to the release day. On the release day, you might want to be posting on your story, like song drops tonight, blah, blah, blah. You could post another snippet depending on how many you have. And then when the song drops, you post that main release day video and you make sure that a link to stream it is in your bio. This is going to be like your best piece of content to date, encapsulates the song and the vibe that you want out there. And now people are actually going to be able to go directly to the song. It's not a pre-save link or anything like that. They're actually going to be able to save the song and listen to it. So this is important because you want as many streams in the first couple days, I'd say, as possible to help Spotify recognize that your song has some traction and keep pushing it. After the song drops, the real work starts. Like, hopefully this was enough to make you feel like some people are aware of the song, you're getting some first day streams, you are feeling confident and happy with your song and the promotional pieces. But after the release is really when you want to start going hard. You want to make as much content as you possibly can, and just to get that early boost, you could actually set this up before the release, but I tend to do it right after release, which is get onto at least 3 playlists. The best tool I've found for this is, oh, I can't type. Come on. Playlist Supply. It's kind of expensive. You guys check out the prices, see what you think. You can search for playlists based on vibe. You can search based on similar artists or artists that are in the playlist, and you can choose only playlists that have email contacts, Instagram contacts, so you can directly hit up these people and say, hey, I just dropped this song. I think it would fit your playlist. Let me know what you think. Grind this out. Try to get on 3 playlists so you have some natural new audience coming to it from these new playlists. The more playlists you're getting added to on Spotify, the better Spotify is going to like your song, and they're going to push it to other people and put it on, hopefully, their editorial playlist because he did that submission. All right, y'all, that's basically the full process. Like I said, this is really just to cover your bases, make sure you have a successful release and you don't let those early days of your release go to waste. There's obviously so much more you can do. The main thing being you really want to make as much content as possible, so don't rely on those 2 or 3 videos I said are must-dos. You're going to want to do as much as you possibly can. You know, maybe at some point I will go over how I batch shoot videos and how I plan for that and make sure I'm not taking way too long, but the videos are effective and there's stuff that I'm proud of. But yeah, so I took this whole outline and I put it in the description so you guys can look through it for yourselves. I have examples of stuff I've done, just something you can look through every time you're doing a release, so you make sure you hit all of these and you can feel good about your release and get the most out of it. Hopefully this wasn't complicated. It's just something you can be consistent with and proud of. Putting the energy that you put into making this song, you should also be putting it into your release and making sure you get as many people as you can to hear your music. If this helped you at all, or you just liked watching the video, you like the snippets of my song, anything, subscribe. Trying to really focus on YouTube, give you guys a little bit more of my personality and hopefully help out some other artists. I want to connect with as many of you as I can. So yeah, and if you like the snippets of the song, it should be in the description of the video now, so check it out and yeah, give me some streams and all that. Yeah, all right, y'all, peace.